Oh look, another video about SML, even though I said I'd stop talking about SML. And, well, we'll talk about that in this video. If you want the short version though, this is mainly for an easy place to explain why I stopped talking about SML. Sure, I've mentioned all of this before, but it's usually been embedded in another video, not a standalone thing, so I feel that much is deserved. This has also been prompted by Maf and The SMR returning to talking about Logan's content, despite the fact I'm still uncertain how permanent either of those are. And I decided, even if I'm not returning, that now would be an optimal time to explain why I left in a standalone video. So back in 2021, I decided to stop making videos on SML's content, and with the exception of the movie, which I had promised I would come back for, I've been sticking to that. This video is here to explain why, and if I would ever consider returning to talking about Logan's content again. Dude, you fell off. All you make is live streams and the occasional video where you talk about your thoughts on things. Okay, even though that's kinda what I've been doing for ages now. Also, one of my more popular videos was only a few months ago. Anyway, dude, you suck. Make more SML related content. Not that I like your videos or anything. No. What? Why not? Okay, all jokes aside, this has been something I've been dealing with since I decided to quit talking about Logan. First of all, if you don't like my videos, that's fine. Though I do find it a bit ironic when people say that they don't like my videos, and then demand me to make more videos. Oh wait, but it has to be about the thing they like. Got it. Now look, I will be completely honest here. From a pure numbers or viewership standpoint, going back to SML would be a very easy thing to do. Just put out some reactions, a batch review, etc., and I'd be good to go. But here's the major problem with this. I was never doing any of the SML stuff for views or what have you. That was just a nice bonus. I've said it time and time again that my main goal was to help Logan improve back to what I personally believed was his peak in quality, and to do so in a consistent way. But that failed, and so by the end I mentioned how it was less for Logan, and more as a warning to others to avoid what Logan had done. The ultimate goal of helping Logan had failed, and I feel as if I had made my warning sufficient enough for others. Now tell me, what could I possibly add anymore? The puppets are ugly. This video has filler. This video isn't funny. I've said that 1,000 times before. Would my critique do anything, whether for Logan or for others? This isn't rhetorical either. If you genuinely think that there's something that I would legitimately be helping with, I'd love to hear it. But I just don't see it personally. And another thing, I'd just simply grown tired of being known as the SML guy. Hopefully this video will, if nothing else, serve as an easy thing to point to and say, that's over. Likely forever. But others have been going back to Logan's content. Yeah, people like the SMR and Maf, right? Except, oh wait, they're also saying that the content is still just as bad, or arguably even worse than it once was. But hey, I'll tell you what. If you guys can come up with a good reason for me to return where I would actually be helping, or Logan moves back to the plushes, or hell, at least makes the puppets look less garbage, then maybe I'll consider it. Highly unlikely, but maybe. Those have been my conditions for returning, although even then it's still a very distant maybe. I'm not going to deny that I feel as if I've lost a sense of purpose, though that was already happening beforehand. Arguably as early as 2019, as a matter of fact. Watching Logan's decline was just depressing to watch, especially by a certain point. Sure, I've seen some actually pretty funny out-of-context clips here and there. The only issue is having to wade through the mess that is modern SML for the odd 10-second portion that's actually somewhat funny. In fact, I'll say this much now. If your show, movie, series, what have you, is only good in 10-second out-of-context clips, yeah, it isn't very good then. I also think perhaps it sends an even stronger message when one of the people who's been watching Logan's content the longest opts to throw in the towel. Through all the ups and downs, it just gets so bad that even the person who watched for over a decade couldn't stand it anymore. Though perhaps one could argue that I'm needed now more than ever, though I wonder what I could even do. And that's the running theme here. What on earth could I do? What on earth could I say anymore? And honestly, I don't think there is much I could say. Sure, if I wanted easy views, I could very easily just go back and say the same things I've said 1,000 times over. But not only do I think that wouldn't be helping anyone at that point, it'd just be a waste of time on my part. I think my main goal as of now, as it pertains to anything even remotely related to SML, is less to critique him, as unless someone makes an incredibly good argument, as I've said, I think that he's a lost cause. If you want to consider this even remotely SML related, my goal is to try to show that things can be done better as a matter of fact. Plush videos are not and should not be doomed to mediocrity. However, that comes with its own set of issues which I'll discuss here. Sure, Logan can pump out whatever he wants, and at least for a while, people are eating it up, even if his views are down by over half since I left, but let's not get into that here. It's ultimately consistent. Not good, mind you, but consistent. Mine, on the other hand, are inconsistent because not only am I basically a one-man team, but also because I'd like to create something good. In fact, let's talk about that one-man team thing. When was the last time Logan was ever a one-man team? 2008? If that? As for me, I'm doing this all on my own. For crying out loud, Black Yoshi's Family Episode 2 is still in production. Sure, I could have put out something perfectly fine, but I want to avoid that. Even the Gmod series suffers from this. Even though it's designed to be more joking and self-referential, I also do want to produce something of quality, even if that quality isn't quite what people expect. Well, that's all for now. Thank y'all for watching, and take care.